Anti-FPL Freak here. It's been another decent week for Clapped FC as we move up into 38th place in the world. For the next few game weeks, our aim is to get into the top 25, so we need to catch up around 40 points, which will be difficult but not impossible. In game week 15, we had both highs and lows. It started off fantastic, with Semedo getting a red card for a minus 3-pointer. He's actually been a really great transfer for me so far, getting sub appearances, yellows, and red cards. Actually, none of our defenders kept a clean sheet this week, but unfortunately Salisu managed to get an assist against Newcastle, and he was our captain. Southampton have also sacked Hasenhüttl, so it'll be interesting to see how they fare moving forward, and if we can still trust Salisu. In midfield, our trio combined for 14 points, 11 of which came from Tielemans, who scored an absolute beauty to be fair. Even though he's been a terrible transfer for me as he's scored 2 out of 3 game weeks, that's what you get sometimes when you back against quality. The McBrothers secured 3 points between them, blessing anti-FPL managers around the world once again. Up top, Nketiah's streak of 1-pointers has finally come to an end as he was left on the bench against Chelsea. Coutinho was also injured, which meant Vardy and Ronaldo came off my bench, which sounds terrifying if this was a couple years ago, but nowadays they're pretty good anti-FPL assets. Man U were poor against Vila and continue to be good options for us.
Come on Manchester United, come on the Red Devils, come on Cristiano Ronaldo. Shoo!
In fact, Christian Eriksen would rather die than play for Man U, literally. Thankfully I put Salah as my last bench option as he had a huge 15 points. Let's also look at the top and worst performers in the anti-FPL league this week. Economic Darwinism had one of the best anti-FPL scores this year while playing their triple captainship. They finished with 7 points, having both Semedo and Mefam get minus points while all the other players blanked. Really impressive stuff here. On the other side, Anting had a huge 59 points with Alvarez, Ruben Neves, Gibbs White, and Salah all returning big points. Unlucky with Salah coming off their bench, but I wish I had these players in my normal FPL team. Toad FC also had a brutal week, with Ward keeping a clean sheet, Guedes scoring with captaincy on him, and having Salah and Haaland come off their bench for a total of 52 points. The race at the top of the anti-FPL league is getting really close, as Dona Cabano is 3 points behind the leader, Smurfs anti-FPL. Cabano had a solid week with 13 points. Shepherd's Pie, who's currently 6th in the league, had a rough one this week, with Wood and Guedes returning while Salah came off the bench due to no-shows from Click and Nketiah. Meanwhile, there's been some interesting games going on around the world, and it's got me considering maybe we should play anti-FPL in the South American leagues, as there seems to be a lot of opportunity there. For game week 16, I'm thinking about transferring Coutinho out, possibly for Dan James, as he performed well for us previously. It also makes sense to get rid of Aston Villa players after they've been reborn with innovative tactics under Unai Emery, so maybe it's best to stay away from them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.